Hey guys, Brisen here. I'm going to be profiling my Legendary Fisherman deck for the current format. As you guys know, it's March 3rd. 2 days ago was Mako Tsunami's birthday from the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. He made his first appearance against Joey in Duelist Kingdom, and the Legendary Fisherman was his ace card. So, on his birthday, I went out and actually picked up the deck because it's a deck I've been looking at for a while. When I've actually looked it up, it had support, so picked it up for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy. Happy birthday, Mako. Alright, we'll get started. Main deck's 40 cards. We run 3 Legendary Fishermen. While Umi's on the field, he's unaffected by spells and can't be targeted for an attack. We run 3 of the Legendary Fisherman 2. While Umi's on the field, he is counted as a Legendary Fisherman on your field or in your graveyard. While Umi's face up, he's unaffected by their monster effects, and when he's destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effect, you can add a level 7 or higher water monster from deck to hand. So we play 3 of the Legendary Fisherman 3. It's your best monster in the deck. You can search him off of 2 if he gets destroyed. He can only be special by attributing a Legendary Fisherman on your field. When he's summoned, you can banish all monsters your opponent controls. He can't be destroyed by battle or card effects and is unaffected by spell and trap effects. And then you can also return all your opponent's banished cards to their graveyard, and then any damage or effect or battle damage they take that turn is doubled. So he's like your biggest card. And one of the few ways that your opponent can get over him is a kaiju or like super poly, or actually not even super poly, so a kaiju. The next monster we play is 3 Warrior of Atlantis. It just searches out your Legendary Ocean to make the deck work. Then we play 1 Kodaris, just for removal, old card, but you can send a face-up Umi on your field to the graveyard and send 2 cards to the graveyard that your opponent controls. So it doesn't even destroy, which is really good. That's it for the monsters. Play 13. On to the spells. Play 3 A Legendary Ocean. The deck pretty much revolves around this. It's treated as Umi on the field, and you reduce all levels of water monsters on the field in the hands of both players by 1. And then it gives them plus 200 attacks, so your Legendary Fishermans are level 5, so it makes them level 4 so you can normal summon them. And then, they run off of Umi being face up, so this card counts as, so it's just better than regular Umi. Then we play 2 Mystic Mines. Your deck is a lot slower, and so you want to be able to stall out your opponent till you get the pieces you need. Then we play 1 set rotation. You can give them a Mystic Mine if you need, and then take a Legendary Ocean so you can get your deck rolling, or vice versa. If you need this to stall out, you can get it, which is cool. 1 Terraforming, just search out the Legendary Ocean. For consistency, we play 3 Pot of Duality. Your Legendary Fisherman 3 is the only monster that special summons, so this card is fine. 1 Demise, just to get the card you need, and 1 Upstart. And that's all the consistency for the deck. Then we play 1 Scapegoat, just because you have a lot of extra deck space in here, and this can just pump out a really big monster, because you have trouble making pushes in this deck, since your highest attack monster has 2,500. So, good one. Like I said, a lot of extra deck space, so we play 3 Super Poly. It's just a really good answer to big boss monsters and to clear your opponent's board. Play 2 Rage of Caryushin. It's a quick play. That's one of the reasons this card is good, but when I read it closer, it got even better the more I read it. If Umi's on the field, target monsters your opponent controls up to the number of water monsters you control, whose original level is 5 or higher, and you destroy those targets. And then your opponent can't use those spaces until the end of the next turn. So it takes up their monster spaces, and your Legendary Fisherman cards are level 5 or higher, so it's a quick play, and you can just pop your opponent's cards. Really good. That's like the removal that we play in the deck. The last 2 spells is 2 Fury of Caryushin. It basically adds Torrential to your hand, which is one of the best traps currently that's being played. And then if a water monster would be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish this instead. So it kind of protects your monsters that you play. We'll move on to our traps. We obviously play 3 Torrential Tribute for the Fury. Really good card. Then we play 3 Sea Stealth Attack. Probably the best card in the deck. When it's activated, you can activate you can activate 1 Umi from your hand or graveyard while Umi's on the field. This face-up card gains the 2 effects it has. So, first effect, I'll make sure I read these correct for you guys. Once per turn, you can banish one water monster you control, and until the end phase, this turn phase of spell or traps you control can't be destroyed by card effects. So it protects your field spell by banishing a legendary Fisherman's. And then at the start of the damage step, if your water monster whose original level is 5 or higher battles an opponent's monster, you destroy it instead. So it's just a way to get over big monsters. Like I said, your highest speed is 25. So if you attack into their big monster, it'll just automatically destroy it. Last card we play is one Metaverse, just so you can get Mystic Mine if you need it, or you can get a Legendary Ocean to make your deck work. Alright, but that's it for the traps and the main deck. That's 40 cards. We'll go on to the extra. Extra deck, we play one Mystara Boy because you play a lot of waters. It gives all waters plus 500. If he dies, you can add a water from your grave to your hand. It's really good. One Barricade Board Blocker. It prevents your field spells from being destroyed by card effects waste face up, so it protects your Umi or Legendary Ocean. And then when he is summoned, you can discard a card, and at the end phase, you can add a field spell from grave to hand, so it can recycle that. And then for your Scapegoat, we play Firefighting Darumidol. Because they are beast tokens, you can target the only important cards. You can target a face-up spell or trap on both fields and pop them, so it's a way to get around like floodgates or just to pop back row. One Space Insulator. We play this to get around Nibiru. I'll explain that in a second, but it just takes 2 monsters, 1 Link Spider, 1 Link Creepo, all to help you Link climb. So my Scapegoat options. One is Boral Sword. That's why we played these two. So you can just go into like a Darumidol, pop something, and then a Link Spider and a Link Creepo, and that's 3 plus effects. You can play him and then just go for game. Then we also play the Magnite Crusadia Avramax. So that's why we played the Insulator. So if you are worried about Nibiru, you can go into Darumidol first, pop whatever you need, and then go into Space Insulator. And then that's 2 monsters from the extra deck. They're both Link 2s, so you can go into him. And that's really cool because the Scapegoat counts as 1 summon for the 4 tokens, and then that's 2, 3, and the speed 4, and you can just leave it at that, so then you don't have to get Nibiru'd by your opponent. Because that's like really the only interaction in this deck where you could get Nibiru'd. So that's it for the links. We'll go into the Super Poly target. You play 1 Mud Dragon, 1 Starving, 1 Dragostapelia, 1 Earth Golem, 1 Duplexer, and 1 World Chalice. These are probably the best targets. The World Chalice could probably come out for other ones. I'm honestly looking for more targets because you really don't use Mystara Boy or really Barricade Board Blocker. So at that point, you could take those 2 out for 2 more targets. But these are the best in my opinion so far that I've seen. And then the last card we play is Windshark Fortress because you play level 5s, and if you can't get to Boral Sword, this can also help you close out games. So yeah, that's it for the main deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed the profile. Like I said, I really enjoy the deck so far. I do need to test it a little bit more to see how it works. You can run a lot more floodgates in here, which I've been looking into, like Goes a Match or Rivalry. So we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. And like I said, happy birthday, Mako Tsunami.